Hello my dear friends, today we are going to discuss about Dalton atomic theory. This is chapter Atoms and Molecule, class 9 CBSE. Let's start. John Dalton was an English scientist who is well known for his work in the development of atomic theory. Dalton based his theory on the law of conservation of mass and the law of constant proportion. Law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion we have learned in the previous video. The link given in the description box, you can watch from there. In 1803, after years of researching, John Dalton wrote his atomic theory after doing a series of experiments. So let's start. According to the Dalton's atomic theory, all matters, whether an elements of a compound or a mixture, is composed of small particles, that is called atoms. First postulates of Dalton atomic theory: all matter is made up of very teeny particles, that is called atom, which participated in a chemical reaction. You can see any example. You can see here gold and carbon. These are the matters, is made up of small teeny particles, and that teeny particles is nothing but the atoms. On every atoms of every matter is participated in a chemical reaction. Atoms are indivisible particles which cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. You can see this chemical reaction. In this chemical reaction, one oxygen atom and reacted with the two hydrogen atom and the formation of water molecule. In this reaction, there is no destroy or there is no loss of any atom. That's why we cannot destroy as well as we cannot create the atoms. In another example, in this reaction, methane when combined with the oxygen, the formation of carbon dioxide as well as H2O. So in this reaction, you can see in the methane 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen, and in oxygen 2 molecules of oxygen, 4 oxygen are atoms are there. In the product CO2 and 2 H2O. So in the CO2 1 carbon and 2 oxygen, and in H2O 2 oxygen atom and 4 hydrogen atom. You can see here 1 carbon in the product, 1 carbon, 4 hydrogen in the reactant, so 4 hydrogen in the product. Here 4 oxygen, so 2 oxygen is here and 2 oxygen is here, so we cannot destroy any atoms. Atoms of a given element are identical in a mass and chemical properties. If you see here, the green color atoms is the all atoms of the same element. Here these are the atoms of the same element, means the all atoms, every atoms are of the same element are the identical in a mass and the chemical properties also the same. So all the green atoms are having the same mass as well as same chemical property, and these are purple color atoms are the different chemical property and different mass. So all these atoms are having the same mass as well as same chemical property. So atoms of the given elements, or in other word, all the atoms of one element is similar in the mass as well as similar chemical properties. But atoms of different element having a different masses as well as different chemical property. You can see here these two are the different atoms of different elements. So this atom having a different mass and this atom having a different mass, so as well as the chemical properties also different. Atoms combine with the ratio of small whole number to form a compound. You can see here, this is the example of water molecules. Here in any compound, the atoms combine in the whole number, means 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So the number of atom is always in a whole number. There is no half atom or 1/4 atom. There is no combination in any compound. So this is applicable for every compounds. You can see here in the carbon dioxide, you can see 1 carbon and 2 oxygen atoms are there. The relative number and kind of atoms are constant in given compound. If you see the example, in 1 unit of water molecule, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen is there. So in every molecules of water, same number of atoms are present. So atoms are constant in any molecules of compound. You can see another example in the same case. 1 unit of carbon dioxide, 1 carbon and 2 oxygen are always there. So the relative number of the kinds of the atoms are constant in a given compound, are always constant. So these are the 6 different postulates of Dalton atomic theory. Thank you, my dear students.